Greetings, this is Nero and let's do some game reminiscing again. Ow, got off to a good start here. So... Dark Souls 3 it finally came out. It's kind of hard to believe that we got a third one, but we did get one and ow. That game was... I wonder what my life situation was. I'm trying to remember. I think I was doing my civilian service still. I was very eager to get home from work. All the time, every day to play some more Dark Souls 3. It wasn't that long a game though, so that did not last long. And I wasn't quite sparked to play the hell out of it like I was with Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls. Mainly because I had a lot of other games to play. And a lot of people were disappointed with Dark Souls 3. I wasn't that much since Dark Souls is a series where the gameplay is most important to me. And story isn't as much, and story disappointed a lot of people. And the way they very linearly put the stages around, like it didn't have the same freedom with that as the first two games had, or the first game. The second game also wasn't that free. It mostly just let you take one long path out of 4 or 5 of them. I still like the game because it was by far the most refined in terms of gameplay. My favorite is still Demon Souls since it feels the most complete. I like the setting more, the more classic dark fantasy setting compared to the more mythical one in Dark Souls, even though I will admit that the mythical fantasy setting is much more unique. Oops. Find them. Yeah, I still haven't really completed my first 100% run of that game, like before going to NG+, like one single playthrough cycle where you do everything. I didn't play the DLC yet, kind of waiting for it all to release so I can play it in one bulk. The guy dropped some health packs, but I can pick them up. We're doing good now, so I'll save again. Yeah, after Dark Souls 3 I started playing East 1 Chronicles for a 100% run, and Nightmare, looking for other dialogue, looking for every item, doing out everything the game has to offer really, and that's what I did. I still haven't done it with these two since that game has an insane amount of Easter eggs. I will eventually. Damn this guy. Better call the lift down and kill him up there. Oh. That did not go quite as I planned. I have the accuracy of a stormtrooper. Anyway, a Nightmare is one was kind of not as enjoyable as normal and hard, for me at least. And then I also did a 100% run of Felgana, and that took me about 77 hours, if you also consider my first playthrough. That was quite an ordeal, and I do not appreciate that game much on what you call it, Nightmare and Inferno modes. It's still a very dear game to me, I just don't consider it as good as most people do. People who followed me on Twitter or still follow did get to witness when I experienced Q-Alva on Nightmare mode for the first time. But damn it, I missed the lift. It was pretty hilarious actually. Damn it. Did not want to do that. Okay, sure. Sorry, focusing on the game a bit. So much for focus. Anyway, there's not really that much to say about those two games, so let's talk about Stalker, the first Stalker game, which is Shadows Chernobyl. I'm trying to mix like 3 different languages way to pronounce that name, so I won't nail it. I definitely won't, so it's called Chernobyl. This guy thinks they are playing drives or something. They're sliding down the ramps and stuff. That's a secret, I think. Go check it out. Stalker was sort of enjoyable for me and sort of not as much, since it worked as an immersive experience, but I did not enjoy the gunplay really. Okay, let's give this a shot. Down here? No. Yeah, no. Stalker, the gunplay, I don't really care about realistic gunplay. And it did that well, and I also played it on 3 highest difficulty for those who are wondering whether my enjoyment was not as high as most people because of that, but I'm not going to call it a bad game. Definitely won't. There was something going on when I was playing Stalker, but I don't really remember, and it's pretty bad reminiscing when I don't remember the important things. And we will still talk about one more game, and that is Brandish for the PC 98, which I played in summer, I think. I was working this time with a pay, not being slave driven by my government anymore at that point. For those who don't understand, Google Finnish conscription and civilian conscription. You will get what I'm saying. Brandish was a kind of weird experience for me because I had just learned to read katakana and hiragana, the Japanese language. And I didn't really learn any kanji or anything, and I wasn't really expecting to understand anything. I just decided that if I feel like trying to read something, I'll read it, and then I'll read it. If I won't, I won't. And I ended up in a situation where I had to read. I didn't really learn any kanji, but I did, through very meticulous effort, translate some important Japanese lines in that game to understand what I have to do. And I actually managed to do it right, which I'm pretty amazed by. Well, it was practically the first game I played in Japanese while trying to understand Japanese. Could have done much better, but I did not do that badly, honestly. Okay, you have to do that. Okay. Brandis was an amazing game. I really loved that game. I really have zero complaints about it. It's pretty much perfect. I like it as much as Ease. I really recommend the game to everyone who might be interested in a good action RPG dungeon crawler. The PC, PSP version is in English. It's a bit clumsier to play, but it's still a pretty good game. A pretty good version of a great game. Brandish 2 is being translated by 2 people I know into English, and it's almost done. Almost being, the process is almost done, but how long that will take is a mystery. Depends on how much time they'll have, but I'm really excited about that game. And I would have played Brandish 2 right after Brandish 1 if I had not heard that they are working on the translation. And they've been going pretty fast, really, since that was in summer, and it's been 6 months since, and they are almost done with the project now. That's very impressive in the way I see it. Wasting shots. Okay, well, let's save the game, and this was a bit longer than usual, but I got to talk about some games, and that's what's really important, right? Now if I only could nail down my articulation, these would be pretty good. I hope you still liked listening to me. So, thanks for watching, and see you again. Fuck.